Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Best Used Watches on eBay. I'm back on the glorious eBay after having that frightening experience on Chrono24, so we're back to the Holy Grail. So, first off, we've got the Grand Seiko Sport Spring Drive. Now this is a diver's watch, it's a 44mm dial, the SBGA 229. Seems like it's in decent condition, normal blemishing from normal wear really, nothing too major. You've got box and papers, original receipt, some scratches to the bracelet, but it's what you expect from a used watch really. Collection in person, so it won't be authenticated, but it's not a big deal. It's got everything that you need. I would get it checked anyway, just in case, just for a bit of peace of mind, but you don't really have to because he's got everything with it. The problem with Grand Seiko is they depreciate a lot, and you will lose money on this, I guarantee it. Unless you sold it straight away, you could probably get about 3.6, but you'll be waiting for about 3 months for it to sell. It's definitely not an investment, but they are phenomenal watches. If you haven't tried a Grand Seiko on, I highly recommend it. Just the titanium bracelets are very light. I don't really like them, so you've got to see how you feel. I'm not too sure if this has got a titanium or stainless steel bracelet, but it's a great watch nonetheless. Tudor Black Bay. Steel and gold. Now this is the one with the actual gold dial. You've got the one with the black dial with the gold accents, but this is the one with the gold and the white accents, the indices. And it's got full box and papers. Seems to be in decent condition really. This is the cheapest one I've seen recently. These usually were about 2.8, 3, but they are coming down a little bit. The black dial, they really did shoot down a bit. I think the one I had I sold for about 19, but that was with an aftermarket leather strap. So with a Tudor strap, it probably would have gone for about 2.1. But on the bracelet, they hold the value a bit better. It's got some deepish scratches around the casing, but it's nothing too bad. I mean, I don't think a polish would get them out, but it's just personal preference if you find them okay. The clasp is a bit damaged, but you can always change a clasp. And you can always get a new bracelet, or you can put it on a NATO strap as a cheaper alternative. But yeah, good one to look at, 2.5. I think if you offer 2.3, it's a very good offer. I've had a seller offer for 2.4, so it just shows that they're either in a rush to sell or they're happy to take offers. So you might as well give it a go and yeah, have a gander. Breitling Navitimer 8. This is the chronograph version with the day date. I expected these to be a bit more popular, but they didn't really work out too well. I like it as an alternative to the standard Navitimer with the more complicated dials. I find the Navitimer a bit too complicated, but this one's a bit easier to read and easier to live with day to day really, I think. This is on the rubber strap. It's got box and papers and 900 quid on bids at the moment. It's got 5 days left. It's got 93 watches on it, so it's got a bit of competition. These sell for around 2-ish. Or even a bit less than that. I recorded this before, and Watchfinder are genuinely selling this for 3,675. I don't know where they're getting the prices from, but that is ridiculous. 42mm case, so it's a pretty decent size on the wrist, but a great one to go for. You haven't got the horrible recyclable box that Breitling are trying to shove down our throats at the moment. You get the nice leather pouch, so that's a good thing, and the box is actually very nice. So a great one to look at. It probably will go over 1,500 quid, so you will have the authenticity guarantee. So yeah, have a gander. A Panerai Radiomir. This is the black seal. It hasn't got box and papers, so the value will be a bit lower. It's on bids. It's got 6 days and 23 hours left. It's on a current bid of 15.30. I doubt this will go over 2.2, to be honest with you, and I definitely wouldn't go over 2.2. There are some available for about 2.5, 2.6, but that's with box and papers, and I think the price rise is worth it for box and papers. But it seems to be in decent condition. I mean, it's not new, I must admit, but it's got some scratches in the case. You know, it's scuffed, but you can get them out with a polish, I would assume. They don't seem too deep of scratches. The strap will need changing, but this is just a normal thing with pin buckle. You are going to destroy the strap, and yeah, that is what happens to them. It is pretty bad, but I think you can get some wear out of it, but I'll definitely recommend getting a new strap for it. So this is the PAM 00183. and it's a 44mm case. Now I've tried these in Watchfinder in Bicester Village, and I saw Panerais before, and they were massive. Like, I just thought 45, 46mm is stupid. But I tried a 44mm on, and I tried all of them, and they really, really do fit nicely. They don't seem that big when they're on your wrist, because they've got such a thin casing. It's just dial, so it's not too bad on your wrist. I'll definitely recommend trying a Panerai on. You got them in Watches Switzerland and Watchfinder. There's some around the country, so I'll definitely recommend trying a Panerai on if you haven't tried one on. They are a bit Marmite, so I would have a go with one first.